Rebecca broke Zied the bad news on 90 Day Fiance, and Rebecca started hysterically crying. Oh my god. Just when I thought we saw enough drama of this show, it gets even more dramatic. And yes, everyone already knows 90 Day Fiance was on last night, and it was completely hilarious. Now, so much stuff went down that I will talk about in just a smidge of a second. But first, I do want to talk about Rebecca and Zied, and now even Rebecca's friend, Melanie, I think, because in the last episode, Rebecca's amazing friend, who she loves so dearly, came over to come check out Zied and check out the new kind of old apartment. And then that is when she started questioning the heck out of him. And Rebecca was like, why will you not leave him alone? She was saying, she was basically just saying Zied reminds her a lot like her ex, which that is a very broad statement because Zied said about 3 words the whole time she was there. So that is, that's just kind of stupid. But then she even said, Zied, do you know that Rebecca used to live in this same apartment building with her ex-husband? And Zied looked at her like, wait, what? And then Rebecca all of a sudden started hysterically sobbing. I don't understand why. Like, I feel like some people on 90 Day Fiance are fake dramatic, but Rebecca seems really dramatic in real life. After Melanie, her friend, told Zied that, they used to live here, which let me also say real quick, who gives a flying crap that they used to live in the same building? Not the same apartment, unit, but a different building. Okay, who cares? But anyway, once she said that, Rebecca was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I was going to tell you, and she was hysterically sobbing. And I sat there just like trying to get my remote to fast forward it, but she started sobbing, and Zied was basically just like, oh, okay, I don't care. Why would the guy care? And even Zied, who usually has kind of a hot temper, he was still just like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever, I could care less. And that was Rebecca's big secret that she was hiding all season, that, oh my god, I used to live in the same apartment, complex, not same apartment room, but apartment complex with my ex-husband, and she was so nervous. Should I tell him? I'm gonna tell him. She kept saying that. I'm going to tell him. And I was just like, why? Why even spare the guy? Why waste the breath? He's not going to care. And she started hysterically crying, but of course Zied could care less, thank God. But then the interesting thing I will say real quick before I go to the rest of the couples is Melanie, this friend that came over, that she did kind of cross some lines, and she really, it's like, for just being a friend, why do you have to be so quick? It's not like, if all of a sudden Zied was to use her and all this, that, and kind of scam her out of money, whatever, it's like, well, she wouldn't be the one on the hook, it'd be Rebecca. So why do you even really care? And you're not related to Rebecca, you're not Rebecca's daughter or mom or something. It's like, you're a random friend, and honestly, it sounds like actually Melanie was her old boss, so you're like probably a distant friend. Why do you even care? But the hilarious thing is we did get to see Rebecca on 90 Day Bears All a day or so ago, and Rebecca did say after that fight went down with, her friend, now ex-friend Melanie, she has not even talked to her because she was so offended that, this Melanie lady was just grilling Zied about being from, here and this, that, and the other, and the similar things with her ex-husband, which really, they're completely, totally irrelevant. But Zied finally just said the smartest thing. He finally just said, everyone's going to judge me, but just wait and see my actions, and then you can judge me, which is that's the truth. Let the guy play out. Let's see what he does. Maybe he'll be good. Maybe he'll be completely ridiculous, and you'll have to go back to Tunisia. I don't know. But it's like, let's just see what the guy does, and then we can judge. But definitely make sure to comment below what you think of Rebecca and Zied. Big old dramatic Rebecca. But please, make sure to comment below, and please, please, please hit that share, and please hit the subscribe button if you are new to this channel. Well, now let's go on to another couple, which is just kind of, they were being kind of weird. We finally can confirm for 100% certainty, even though we've been talking about this for months and months and months, but we can confirm now that, oh my god, Yara and Jovi are having a baby. Long story short, Jovi came back to the States from work, and guess what he was doing? Shocker. This and this and this. He was doing his, daily arm exercises. He was doing this. All the guy does, it appears that all he does is drink. Maybe 90 Day Fiance is just cutting that way, but it does seem like he's doing a heck of a lot of arm exercises. Anyway, he came back, and immediately, because he was drinking, Yara was mad. And so she did not tell him at the airport that she's pregnant. She wanted to tell him face to face, I guess. So she didn't tell him then. Then the next day, it was literally the next day, they were out and about, walking around downtown, and then that is when she was like, hey, by the way, Jovi, yeah, I'm pregnant, and she was literally getting a henna tattoo on her hand, and I can only imagine, can you imagine being the henna artist just being here like, what did you just say to this man? So she goes, yeah, hey, I'm pregnant, and then Jovi goes, no, you're not, and she goes, no, really, yes, seriously, I am pregnant, and he goes, no, you're not, and then they went back and forth, bickering back and forth. Finally, he goes, let's just take a test, and she takes the test, and in typical 90 Day Fiance fashion, it came back, not pregnant, and I was just like, this is so freaking either scripted or what are the odds? So then, of course, Yara gets all defensive and mad, and then Jovi's like, see, you're not pregnant. And then she goes, well, let me take another one. And she takes another, and it comes back pregnant. So I was kind of like, well, geez, now we're 50-50. I mean, wouldn't you take a third to kind of do best, 2 out of 3? But they go, no, okay, that's it. I don't know, I guess you can, maybe you can't get a false positive. I have no idea. But they go, okay, no, she's pregnant. And then Jovi goes, I'm sorry. But still, the thing I will say, he did apologize. He did say sorry. The thing I will say about him is, holy crap, he does not seem excited, which that's not a good thing to say, because we know they have the baby. It sounds like they have a baby girl. I believe she was born in September, and I'm sure at some point she'll probably go back and watch 90 Day Fiance, his daughter. So it's like, ooh, that's not a good thing to say, but he was not. At least he didn't appear to be excited. I bet honestly he's probably just nervous, and even Yara was like, I am not ready, but hey, I got a thing in my gut with the I got a thing in my stomach. What am I going to do? So she's like, I can't do anything about it. So they're going to go have the baby. I wish them nothing but the best. But yes, we can confirm finally. And no, he did not seem very happy. But we're going to have to wait and see how that whole situation goes down. Now I want to go over something even more interesting and bizarre and random. And some may even say disgusting. And that would be Stephanie and Ryan. Okay, we all know the drill. Stephanie is there. She is in Belize. They're at a resort. The night before, they were having a grand old time. Ryan was ordering the lobster and the this and the that, like he's some big spender. And of course, we got to see Stephanie give him all those gifts, whatever. Then the next day, we see them wake up, and I can only imagine, I don't know about you guys, but I can only imagine, because Stephanie got him all those, glow-in-the-dark things, I can only imagine they were going to use a couple of them that same night, because they have not seen each other in 10 months. But they wake up the next day, and Stephanie's all Miss Pouty, like, oh my god, hey Ryan, why didn't we do anything last night? Because if you don't know, yeah, if you can't get the hint, nothing went down. And then she was like, okay, I haven't seen you in 10 months. Have you been with anyone else? Because I feel like you are young, you are ready to go. Why would not do anything? And he was just sitting there, arms crossed, super uncomfortable, super checked out, and was just like, I don't know, your arm, you said you had a bad arm, and then your stomach, hurt, and that was kind of it. And she was just like, honestly, it just got weird, because then she was like, well, I wasn't expecting some, hour-long ordeal, but I was thinking we could just do a real quick. I'm sitting there going, why are you talking about this? But I think she's just out of her mind. Honestly, I'm sorry to go there. I think that's kind of the case. So she was just like, I didn't think it had to be too long, but couldn't we just do a real quick 2-3 minute? And I was about ready to projectile vomit, but they wouldn't, whatever, not even gonna comment. So they went back and forth. Obviously, if you want to know my opinion, I'll tell you one thing. He's cheating. That guy, he's a young guy. I can tell you one thing. He's not waiting 10 months to, no, that is not happening. So she asked him, have you been with anyone else? Of course, what is he? Well, you think this idiot's gonna say, yeah, Stephanie, I did cheat. No, the guy said no. He goes, no, I haven't cheated at all. No. And of course, the idiot goes, no, and I'm actually mad that you even thought I did. Well, what do you think she's gonna think? So then, of course, they go back and forth. Finally, they start to kind of bring up some bad, okay, this, and then that happened, this, and then they were talking about these past events. And she was still kind of caught up on, I guess what actually happened was she caught Ryan texting other women, and then that was kind of the downward spiral, in her words, even though I feel like this guy was never even committed. But she goes, that was the downward spiral of our relationship, because after she caught him texting other ladies about going to Cancun, and the funniest thing was, he goes, that was just talk. Okay, dude, if she wouldn't have caught you, you would have probably gone to Cancun with another woman. So that is not just talk. But anyway, they were talking about the downward spiral of their relationship. And then she goes like, that night after I found you texting, I kicked you out of the hotel. And then your cousin Harris called, and I mean, she was just hysterical at this point. She was crying, and she goes, and then one thing led to another, and she goes, you know how nice he is to me, and he used to call and do this, that, and the other, and call me pretty, and then she's just sobbing, and this other guy's just sitting there, straight face, has no emotions. And then of course she kind of stops, and then Ryan goes, and what happened after, he called you? And then she goes, yeah, one thing led to another, and we got a little romantic. And that's when she was just absolutely hysterical, because she didn't want to tell him, and she was so nervous to tell him, and she was so afraid. And Ryan still, straight face, no emotions. And she goes, do you have any, comments? And then he goes, oh, I already knew that. And she was just like, wait, what? You already knew? And it's what I said last week. Of course the guy knew. It's a small town. I'm sure they have mutual friends. It's not some hard thing to believe. And he goes, yeah, I have friends that work at the hotel, and they saw, Harris come in and out of the hotel room. He goes, I'm not shocked at all. And honestly, just the funniest thing was, she goes, well, are you mad at me? And he goes, no, I'm not mad at you. He goes, but my cousin Harris, yeah, I'm real mad at him, which that's probably not even true. But she goes, you're not mad at me? And it's like, no, of course the guy's not mad. And she goes, I'm so surprised he's not mad. He doesn't care. Of course this guy does not care. As long as the money is coming in, this guy could care less, because let me tell you something, Stephanie, he probably has about 15 other women just like you that he also calls his girlfriend. So I am just at a loss for words. I find it hilarious, and everything I thought was going to happen when she was going to tell him that she did cheat with his cousin happened. He could care less. The guy probably already knew, and he could just absolutely, like I said, could care less. So comment below what y'all think about those two crazy, lovebirds. I honestly, I feel like what's going to happen is it was still morning, and I think in all honesty, what's going to happen is she'll just say, okay, let's just call it quits, and then they go their separate ways. There might be a possibility that they make it one more day, but I feel like Stephanie and Ryan are just like really close to calling it quits. Oh yeah, then we saw Dumb, and Dumber, I don't even know, Dumb, Dumber, and Dumbest, I guess. And that would be Brandon and his mom and dad, because they are two of the dumbest people I have ever, not two, no, I'm the idiot, but no, they are three. I was gonna say the two with the mom and dad, but all three of them are just some of the dumbest people I have ever met in my entire life. How dumb. I mean, these people are freaking idiots. Okay, we gotta see, the drama continues. We're at this point where Julia basically just said, I'm either going to go home or we can get our own apartment. That's basically where we're at in this whole, story and situation. And we got to see Brandon go out to dinner this is the dumbest part. He goes out to dinner with his mom and dad, who he lives with. Just talk to him and you're freaking outsider. But of course they have to go out to dinner to make it all dramatic. And they go to dinner, and he basically just tells them, hey, we have to move out because I want to be with Julia and she doesn't want to live with you guys. And of course, let me also say, he lied. He told them, hey, she doesn't want to live there because of the farm, and he just vaguely mentioned the mom, but 95% of it is just the mom thing, and she wants to stay in the same room. And I think the farm thing's honestly probably a little bit smaller than they're kind of putting out, but I could be wrong. But anyway, of course, what happens, the mom, she starts hysterically crying, but let me just say, she starts hysterically crying with no tears coming out. It was the fakest crap, bunch of freaking I mean, it was fake. All of a sudden, she was sobbing, oh my God, and her face was all, making those weird, awkward crying, things with her face, but there wasn't a single tear that came out of it. So she was crying and blah, blah, blah. And the dad, he had different emotions because he was like starting to get fired up. He was mad because now that I kind of rewatched it again, I feel like Brandon honestly used that as like an excuse, as like a negotiation tactic, because he knew the mom doesn't want to let him go, and the mom was like, you're my baby. And I sat there once again and said, is the guy freaking moving to China? No, he's moving across the street. The guy's not moving to Mexico or something. He'll probably move a mile or two away, and you can see the guy as often as you want. So he's not going away. He's not going off to war. The guy's, he'll still be around. So I don't know why she was being so hysterical, but Brandon knew he's got his mom hanging on by his, freaking pinky finger, and she does not want to let him go. And so and the mom was like, well, is there anything we can do to have you guys stay? And Brandon had a stupid little smirk on his face and goes, well, we could possibly stay in the same room. And then of course the mom was like, well, let's kind of think about it. And the dad just said, absolutely, categorically, no, we are not doing that. I am not going to sit here and negotiate with my son. And he goes, at this point, you gotta move out. And then so that was kind of the extent of it. Now, I don't know if I missed a scene, and I don't know what in God's name happened, but like, it makes no sense because we saw that happen, and it was kind of like, well, we're gonna think about it. And then like a day or so later, Brandon and Julia went out to go play pool and go get some drinks and whatnot, and Brandon was like, hey, good news, you can now stay in my room and you don't have to work on the farm anymore. And I was like, wait, when did that get announced? Not like his parents have to announce it, but it's like, they never said that he could say that, but unless I missed scene. But I thought all that happened was the mom and the dad just said, okay, we'll think about it. And the dad was like, I don't want to do this, but the mom was like, we'll try to make this work. And then I did not see them again. And then I thought, at least, then I went to that pool scene, and Brandon was like, okay, you can now stay in my room, and you don't have to work on the farm anymore. And she was like, what happened? And of course, he was like, oh, Mr. Tough Guy, and I'm being a man, and I'm a strong man, and a bunch of crap. So I don't know if he's going behind his parents' back now, or maybe I missed a scene, which that seems kind of hard to believe, but I don't know what happened, but it looked like he kind of went behind his parents' back. And there's been a ton of drama coming out on the two parents, which I will talk about at probably tomorrow, maybe even Wednesday at a later date. A lot of stuff going on with those two hilarious Brandon's parents, but more on the other couples. So we also got to see Andrew and Amira, great old amazing Andrew, the lovebird, the guy, the professional vacationer, because the guy is still in Mexico. I think he literally booked a ticket for 14 days. He's still in Mexico at the resort. He's getting some sun, he's getting some vitamin D, he's hanging out, he's doing his thing. Oh my God, I have no interest. I don't even care. It's awkward. It makes my stomach sick to see him hang out there. I know he's probably going to say, I booked the ticket, I took time off work, I get it. It makes me feel uncomfortable seeing him vacation while Mira's like, freaking, she's just out of it seems, at least. And so what does he do? He says, hey Amira, I'm still here partying down in Mexico, but I have another fantastic idea. And of course, he claims that this whole Mexico thing wasn't even his idea. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, I don't know. But he goes, I have another idea. And maybe he'll come out this time and say, that wasn't my, or maybe, I don't even know. He'll probably say, that wasn't my idea, it was my idea. But either way, I guarantee if it turns out bad, he'll go, that wasn't my idea. But if it turns out good, he'll probably go, that was my idea. But anyway, he goes, I have another idea, and that is Serbia. We have to now go to Serbia, because this time I cannot even go there with you. You have to go to Serbia by yourself, quarantine for 14 days, and you can come on over to America. And I've heard some promising rumors about her actually going there. I cannot confirm or deny, I have no idea, but it does sound there's a possibility that she might actually end up going there. But yeah, and she was just like, well, God, should I do it? She's definitely leaning more towards doing it, which to me is like, I wouldn't get on a freaking plane for that idiot again my entire life. But I mean, hey, maybe there's more to the story that we don't know. Maybe she really does want to come to America that bad. I have no idea. But yeah, it sounds like she's really considering getting on a plane, going to Serbia, and then coming to America. She talked to one of her friends for a hot minute, and the guy was honestly just like, no, you should not do that. I think you should, get away from this man. And I was kind of like, Jesus, he trying to come on to her? What is the deal with that? But he was like, no, you should definitely not do it. And we got to see not one, but two more couples real quick with Tariq and Hazel. They were quick. Honestly, all that's going on is we get to see now that the quarantine shutdown started to happen. That was basically it. And then, of course, they were having a good old time inside, and they were on online dating websites for a third girlfriend, which that is just like, it sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. I feel like, honestly, this is all just for Hazel. Hazel wants to do her own thing, which is fantastic. Do your own thing. But I'm not really sure how Tariq is going to fit into this weird, random little puzzle piece. But hey, we're going to have to wait and see. And also, we got to see Mike and Natalie. And if I could describe their, segment in one word, it would just be fighting. Or I guess I could say extreme fighting. That's all they do. They fight, and they fight, and they fight. I would love to watch Mike and Natalie just like unfiltered with no editing. Just no editing. Just give me like 24 hours with no editing, and I would love to sit there for 24 hours and watch them, because do all they do is fight? Like, all they do, it seems like, is fight. Natalie was in, Mike's closet, and she goes, oh my gosh, this smells horrible. And probably does. Maybe, who even knows? But she goes, it smells horrible. We need to get something to make it smell better. So they go to this random little store. It was the fakest scene I've ever seen in my entire life. And of course, they're looking for some smells, scents, Febreze type stuff. And then the person working there goes, so, what are you guys doing? I'm watching this go, why would she give a crap about where you're from? She goes, where are you guys from? And Mike goes, I'm from here. And then she goes, I'm from Ukraine. Like, why would the freaking cashier, cashier lady care at all where you two crazy people are from? And they're in the middle of the store, and they start screaming and going crazy, and Mike is like, I need to get out of here. And I'm telling you guys, when Natalie's happy, Mike is mad. When Mike is happy, Natalie's mad. They're never gonna make each other happy. They're a god-awful couple, and they need to not get together. But I don't know. They're crazy. I'm done commenting for the day on those two. And oh my God, a lot of 90 Day Fiance drama. So a lot of stuff going on. The craziest thing is, I don't even think we have an episode next Sunday. I don't know why. I have no idea what's going on, but I did not see a sneak peek. I saw a sneak peek for the week after, and I was like, wait, what? I mean, it's like, what? So I don't know. I don't even know. I'm at a loss of words. If you can't tell, I don't even know what to think or say anymore. heck of a lot of drama. I have a lot of stuff to talk about this week because a lot of drama came out last weekend that I'm going to get into this week. So wow, we got a lot going on for sure. Oh my god, you guys, 90 Day Fiance, please do me the biggest favor in the whole entire world if you could do me a favor, and that'd be to hit the comments below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That means the biggest thank me in the whole world. And also, y'all better stay tuned for many more videos.